Hello, in this tutorial we're going to look at factorising quadratic equations of the form ax squared plus bx plus c. Now, I'm assuming that you're already familiar with the form of a quadratic equation and that a, b and c are known as the coefficients. So let's have a look at our first example. Now, in our examples we're going to be concerned with the quadratic expression in which the coefficient of x squared is equal to 1. So this means that a is going to be equal to 1, so we can remove the a, as 1 times x squared is just x squared. So that just leaves us with this quadratic equation. Now, for our first example, let's have a look at x squared plus 4x plus 3. Now, we wish to write this as a product of the form x plus a number, x plus a number, where the squares are to be replaced by whole numbers. So these missing numbers can be deducted by examining each of the coefficients. So the coefficients in this case are 4 and 3. So the coefficient of x squared in this expression is 1. So we first need to check that the coefficient of x squared in the product is equal to 1. So if we multiply x by x, we get x squared, and the coefficient is equal to 1. Now, the constant term of the original expression, c, is 3. And this provides a clue to the missing numbers, since the product of the two numbers should be equal to 3. This suggests that we need to look at the factors of 3. Now, we want two numbers which multiply together to give 3, and the only possible factors are 1 and 3, which suggests that the product should be x plus 1 and x plus 3. Now, this can be checked by examining the coefficients of x. In the original expression, the coefficient of x is 4. Now, in the product, the coefficient of x is given by x times 3 and x times 1. So by multiplying those together, we have 1x, 3x, add them together, which gives us 4x. So we can write x squared plus 4x plus 3 equals x plus 1 times x plus 3. So let's have a look at another example. Okay, this time we're asked to factorise x squared plus 5x plus 6. So this time we want to consider the product x plus a number, x plus a number. Again, where the boxes will be filled with whole numbers. Now, again, the first thing we need to do is check the coefficient of x. So x times x gives x squared, and the coefficient is 1, so that is correct. Now let's look at the constant term. We need to find two numbers which multiply together to give 6, and there are two possibilities for this. So we have 1 times 6 and 2 times 3. Now, in both cases the product is 6 as required. Now, by examining the coefficient of x, we can determine which one of those is correct. So first of all, let's examine the coefficient of x with regards to 1 times 6. So we say x plus 1 and x plus 6. Now, the coefficient of x in this case is going to be 7. So we have 1 times x and 6 times x. So the coefficient of x there is going to be 7. So we know that the coefficient we need is 5. So that one is no good. So let's have a look at the next one. X plus 2 and x plus 3. So we have 2 times x and 3 times x. Add those x's together. So we have 5x. So that is our coefficient. So this is the term that we want. So we can now write x squared plus 5x plus 6 equals x plus 2 x plus 3. So let's have a look at another example. Okay, so in this example we're asked to find, to factorise x squared plus 8x plus 12. Now again, let's consider the product x plus a number times x plus another number. Now just check the coefficient of x again. X times x gives you x squared and the coefficient is 1, so that's fine. Now what we need are two numbers that multiply together to give us 12. So the numbers that we can have are 1 times 12. We can also have 3 times 4, and we can have 2 times 6. So let's start putting these into our brackets and see which comes out as the one that we require. So let's start by saying x plus 1 and x plus 12. Now 1 times x is x, 12 times x is 12x. Add them together, so we've got 13x, and the coefficient there, b, that we're looking for is 8, so this one is no good, so that's that one out. So let's have a look at 3 times 4. So we have x plus 3, x plus 4. So we have 3 times x and 4 times x, which gives us 7x. So we want 8x, so this one's out as well. So let's have a look at this one. X plus 2, x plus 6. 2 times x is 2x, 6 times x is 6x. Add them together, we get 8x. So we want, that's the coefficient we're after. So this one is correct. So we can write x squared plus 8x plus 12 equals x plus 2 and x plus 6. So let's have a look at another example. Okay, so this time we're asked to factorise x squared plus 13 plus 30. Now I've wrote down, we need to consider the product here just to save a bit of time, and I've also wrote down the multiples that will equal 30. So let's start working through these and see which one we require. So we say x plus 1, x plus 30, and 1x, 30x, so that gives us 31x. So that's no good because the coefficient we're after is 13. So again, 5 times 6, let's have a look at that one. X plus 5, x plus 6, 5x plus 6x gives us 11x. So that one's no good, again we're after 13. Again, let's have a look at the next one. X plus 2 and x plus 15. 2x plus 15x gives us 17x. So that one's no good because we're after 13x. Right, 3 times 10. X plus 3, x plus 10, 3x, 10x, 10x plus 3x gives us 13x, so this is the one that we want. So now we can write our equation as x squared plus 13x plus 30 equals x plus 3 x plus 10. So that's my final example. If you've got any specific examples that you'd like me to work through, then please post them in the comment box. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel.